Hi there. Today we're going to be talking about the Denver Public Library digital collections. So, the Denver Public Library, who are they? Their mission for the physical library is together we create welcoming spaces where all are free to explore and connect. More specifically, their digital library's mission is to provide access to an outstanding selection of photographs, maps, broadsides, architectural drawings, and other documents regarding the growth and settlement of the western United States. So here's where you can find more information about that, as well as the front page whenever you log into it. So what is the community that uses this digital library? Their users include elementary, middle, and high school students, local art collectors, homeowners and preservationists, genealogists, casual historians, tourists, and the digital resource, however, allows for online access for an expanded community outside of the Denver footprint. Who has a stake in this? The sponsors and funders are local taxpayers, and they get their collections from the local photographers, 10th Mountain Division Resource Center, Great Outdoors, Colorado, Denver Public Library Archives. And they operate through the Western History and Genealogy Department and the Blair Caldwell African American Research Library, and both are associated with the Denver Public Library. They get funding from taxpayers, and it's sustainable as long as lawmakers continue to delegate funding to these areas. So they have a pretty big physical library footprint, and they cooperate within those different branches, and there are 26 of them throughout, and here are some of the locations. So what are we going to find there? They have a variety of contents, including photos, maps, architectural plans, art, and indexes. So here's an example of some of their photos if you click on that option. So you'll have different topics that you can explore, and these are just some of the most popular ones. And here's an example of what you would find. And here's another example of the maps that you might find in this, and a lot of them have to do with Kansas or Colorado, Denver. And here's an example of what the content looks like. Architectural plans. These are of houses that are in the Denver or Colorado area. And here's an example of what that would look like. Art. This is what a search page would look like, as well as what you would find there. And indexes. And these were collected from their archives. So, and all of their materials that were once physical have indexes. All right. Future plans for this library. Photographs will be added as they are introduced to their Western United States collections. And there has also been additional funding given to the Blair Caldwell African American Research Library to update its physical infrastructure. And this might include improvements to the collection storage, including the online archives. So how is this organized? It is organized professionally. They create the metadata from the library, but there can be input from users. So if you find an error or something, you can contact the library and they can make changes. And then initial materials are organized by visuals and collections, but there are opportunities to simply do a simple search and find other format types. So here's an example of the metadata they collect, and some of it depends on the piece that they have the collection of, or in the collection. So this is one of the examples. They have the call number, credit, title, creator, date, summary, as well as format, digital created from, the type of material and the subject, geographical area, the medium, contact information. There's a whole bunch of different data that goes into it that you can search by. And this is the picture that data is associated with. And then objects in the collection are from physical locations or imported from a different digital location. This is indicated by the born digital or analog field that is collected in the metadata. So this is an example of a born digital, and the picture shown there is the one that correlates to that metadata. So what services do they offer? So access, this is free access. Photos and materials are free for private use. Commercial use must pay. There is reference help, so if you have a question, you can always look up the search. So it includes every type of search that is available, and it gives you different tips for how to best utilize it. If you're still confused, you can go to the Contact Us page where you can get a hold of a librarian. So if you're looking for a specific content type on the search, you can go to the main page. It has different formats, so you can go photos, maps, architectural plans, art, subject index, or A to Z. If you were to click on the A to Z, this sorts them by or alphabetically by the collections that they were submitted by. So as you can see there, 10th Mountain Division has its own little area, as well as you can find other topics that you might be interested in. If you are wanting to do more of a topic search, you could browse all, and then you could go to the collections and either search by format, creator, coverage, or relation, as well as change the sort by, so you could find things that are more relevant to what you want to find. And their search services, they have a basic search bar as well as an advanced search bar that allows to filter multiple terms. There's a browse all mode as well. And once a search is made, you can specify more specifically what you want to look for, as you saw in the last one. So here's the basic search bar as well as the option to advanced search. And here are the categories that you can search by inside of the advanced search. The technology, so they are hosted by Content DM, which is an OCLC affiliated digital collection system. And this hosting service was very unspecific about the hardware they used to store the data. But as you can see down in the bottom right corner, that's how I found out that information. And this is the Content DM webpage where they talk about preserving the digital collections. So they run a cloud-based service that has multiple digital collections involved there. So Content DM promises to have backups of the cloud-based preservation archive. This allows for safe storage and ensures that you won't lose anything even if something crashes. And the interface. The website's interface was created with a novice level of user in mind. They order their materials based largely on visuals at first, but you can search by terms or subjects. They offer easy techniques for searching and for specific subjects, and they highlight the most searched subjects at the beginning of the search process. And here are my citations to go along with this. If you have any questions, please feel free to comment, and I appreciate you watching my video.